There, Sherman, Leave a Legacy, focusing this video on the 16th law of leadership from the book, the 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership by John Maxwell. This 16th law is a law of the big Mo, and Mo is abbreviation for momentum. This reminds me of the book From Good to Great, where he talks about the flywheel method, where if you read the book Made in America by Sam Walton, where he talks about how him and his brother were struggling keeping these two Walmart stores alive. They went and they went door to door and sold some stock of the company, kept it going to do payroll, and then it just seemed like the distribution, the logistics, the team really came together, and all of a sudden they started expanding and building store after store after store after store. And this, it's harder to get momentum going. Think of it like getting a big locomotive going. It's going to take a lot of energy and a lot of effort. But once it starts going, one of the things that John Maxwell talks about in the book is that it's a lot easier to steer momentum. It's more difficult to get it to start. The other story that he talks about is the obsession that Ed Catmull had, and he described it in his book, Creativity Incorporated, and he was one of the co-founders of Pixar, and how he was obsessed with, that's really the right term, he had this vision that he wanted to create animated movies through computer animation, and so and it took literally decades to be able to get it to that level of sophistication. And so the team can really perform better when they get that momentum behind them. They need you as a team need to understand that it's going to take time. I know Gary Vaynerchuk talks about being patient as an entrepreneur. I think the same thing applies here, is recognizing that your timeline of success is going to take time to evolve. And the stronger that you get, you're going to be able to build up to that momentum. It often reminds me of if you look at like academia. If, let's say, I wanted to become a physician, I'm going to do 12 years of elementary school and high school, and then I'm going to go to 4 years of undergraduate school. I'm going to go to 4 years of medical school. I'm going to probably do at least 3 to 4 years of residency, and maybe almost 2 years of specialty. And by the time I get to that point of specialty, I have all that education, academia going with me. At the same time, I have all these different cases that I'm doing on a regular basis to get myself honed on my skill set as a physician. And then so by the time I finish my fellowship, I'm a real polished physician. I've seen enough different cases to be extremely exceptional. I know in my line of work, we typically talk about having 1,000 fact finders. Now that can take you 5 years or it can take you 10. The question is, how quickly do you want to get that activity, that momentum going? For me, the quicker the better. As I tracked those fact finders, I was able to do it in 4 years and about 8 months. And so for me, I found that my success rate and my understanding, my ability to engage with people was far greater than those people that took a lot longer to build those engagements. Oftentimes people talk about experience in their specific industries, and I'd say it's not much as experience as it is doing the tasks that really drive skills and expertise in that specific area and that specific industry. As you think about your big Mo and your momentum in your organization, what are you building towards? And is your team behind that momentum? Have a fantastic day.